Hello everyone and welcome to the Utah Belt, the Provo River Subdivision. Today in our first episode, literally just getting things started. We're working on the yard, working a little bit on the topography. I finally figure out what I want for my vegetation. I've tried to doing a little things here and there, so sit back and relax and we're going to dive right into it. A lot of people have been asking me like what has been the inspiration of this, what has been the drive of this, and honestly, I wanted to do something out west. I can't stand Union Pacific. Andrew's doing the BNSF for the Lincolnshire, and so I thought, what can I do? Wait a minute, Utah Belt. We have Utah Belt locomotives from Jointed Rail and RR Mods, and now, since the beginning of this, and the new bringeth of hype for the Utah Belt, Adamovic has said that he's going to be making a G-boat for Utah Belt, so that's going to be really interesting and really fun. And what I'm doing here is putting down some more baseboards because we're going to be extending out the yard and just making these hills and trying to get everything all situated. Obviously, the setting here is in Utah. We are in the coal fields of Utah. And because, yeah, coal, that's my thing, obviously, if you've looked at the Riverton, you know, and whatever. And now, before anybody jumps the gun, no, Southeast Georgia is not canceled. Southeast Georgia is still being in process. Currently, it's now a collaboration project between me and Z. So that's going to be fun. Z currently has the project, and we'll be bringing streams back for more of our stuff whenever he gets done doing his edits that he's wanting to do for the town of Austell. But back to here. As you can see, I'm starting to play with these cliff sides in here, and I still don't know how I want it to look, because I'm trying to take scenes from the actual Helper Utah to kind of mix in here, and I just completely obliterated here as I'm putting down textures. Also, real quick question to any other creators out there: whenever you're pasting down textures like I'm doing, is there places where it's leaving like gaps in the texture where it's not bringing in the texture? I don't know. I've been having that issue a lot here lately in this, and I'm using TRS-22, by the way. This will be a TRS-22 route. It won't be TRAINZ Plus, but it's TRS-22. That is what I'm using here. I'm actually using TRS-22's Platinum Edition, but even with non-Platinum users, you still be able to use this route as long as you are using TRS-22. I'm only going back to TRS-19 for a couple of other projects that I'm doing with some friends, but other than that, I'm not really doing much of anything with TRS-19 anymore. But yeah, I took a little pause there, as you saw, because I was taking a picture of the gaps that it was leaving, because I was getting really angry that it was leaving gaps in the textures. It's just like, you know, whatever. But I finally kind of get something going on here. As you see, the little bridges going off into the power plant there, which I'm going to be completely redoing that as well. I don't have a name for this city, and I don't want to copy names indirectly from Utah. I don't want to copy names directly off of the Utah Belt HO scale model, because the HO scale model is set in New Mexico. This is actually Utah. This is kind of based around the Provo area, or I'm sorry, the Helper area of the Soldier Summit, because the Soldier Summit is the biggest inspiration for this route, along with the Utah Belt, obviously. But I haven't gotten any names for these towns yet, and I want them to make sense. So, like, if anybody wants to, we'll do the same thing that we did with the Riverton. Some of the viewers name the city. Whatever. We'll do this little contest, rather. You put your name for the city, and whoever in the comments gets the most likes for their name, then that will become the name of this city. But if you name it something dumb like Penis Joke 99 or I'm not going to be naming it that. So be a little realistic in the naming if you don't care. But I remember their setting is Utah, so I'll let you guys do the naming of this city. And people have been asking also, why is there Southern Pacific or modern Southern Pacific? But again, I hate Union Pacific. For anybody that wants to know why, I think I just never really cared for the UP. I don't care for their business analogies. I don't know. UP's just not been one of my favorite railroads. And if I make a few people upset by that, I apologize. That's my personal opinion. That's mine to have. You can like Union Pacific all you want. I don't care. But I personally don't. So Southern Pacific exists in the what we've been now calling the Whitverse. And so this route is also a part of the Whitverse. So in this case, this route is in the same universe as the Riverton, as the Lincolnshire, as Southeast Georgia. So it all kind of collaborates with each other. So the Southern Pacific still exists in the Whitverse. Southern Pacific kind of does this thing here in this route. What I imagine for what I want to do for this route is that Southern Pacific has trackage rights along the Provo River Sub, from the east end to the west end. And down here at this big diamond thing, I guess it's a big diamond. This big junction. The one that takes off to the left is the Southern Pacific going to California, and the one that takes off to the right is the Utah belt going on into Nevada, or vice versa. Either or, none of it makes sense. It's a fictional. It's not supposed to make sense. Well, kinda. It's supposed to make a little bit of sense, right? But either or. As you can see, now I'm doing some getting rid of all those billboard shrubs and stuff that I was using, and going for a different style. This whatever dash, I can't remember its actual name. If you allow me just a moment, it's URST. They're like ultra grass, tree side shrubs. That's all available on the DLS, and it's actually really, really nice. It kind of has apparently they've been around since Tain, but I haven't really known about them for the last couple of years, really. It wasn't until actually a few months ago when I stumbled across these, and I tried doing some stuff on Riverton 2.0 with these trees, but I think I broke a few things trying to do that, so I just reverted it back. But it's all right. Now I hope everyone understands that I'm not going to be going directly back into the Riverton, and with these new speed build videos and stuff coming back out. This is not going to be a weekly thing. I'm not going to push myself because, the last time I done that, you guys know exactly what happened. I drove myself away from trains. I'm not doing that again. So, whenever my inspiration hits, that's when I record. And whenever I record and I have time to edit, that's when I edit. And you're all lucky that I done all of this today. All of this on the day of recording. And so, this is all still fresh in my memory. It's currently, if you guys are curious, it's currently 11:02 a.m. on a Sunday. I've been awake since 7:30 this morning doing this project. So, here we are. Either way, I have a lot of things that I'm really wanting to do, and I'm really trying to get my textures down that I'm wanting. Because I really have a feel for this palette. And like I said in my Discord, link in the description down below, by the way, I have every time that I do something more on this route, the more that I'm falling in love with it. The more that I'm loving the views, the atmosphere, the aesthetics. See, right here I do a small flyover just showing off that hillside right there. These towering hills are much more prevalent than the ones on the Riverton, obviously. The Riverton, you're in the foothills of the Appalachians. You're not in the big Smoky Mountains areas and stuff. But over here, you're in the Rocky Mountains. These hills are huge. And just by looking at stuff on, maps and videos of the Utah Provo area, or the Helper Provo area, you know, all that fun stuff on the Soldier Summit, these mountains are absolutely titans in the skyline. And so that's what I'm trying to recreate here, is these towering hills, and trying to give that feel that you're in the Rockies, you're in Utah, you're in the coal fields of Utah. And so, like, this is, I really love how it's all playing out, if that makes sense. And I've been using a lot of mixtures of grasses as well. I'm using the Turfex grass. I found this one that's like this dryish, dark brownish color, and and it kind of fits really well. And if I mix a few of the greeneries in there, it kind of really makes it pop. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the riverbed. That is not the final view of the riverbed, because I know around the riverbeds it's going to be a little greener and stuff. You're going to have a little bit more shrubs and stuff. I'm not kind of done with that. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do around the riverbeds, or the creek beds rather. It's a really tiny water, but I whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, in these areas here, it's supposed to be like, it's really dry. There's not the rivers don't really seem like rivers. They're just tiny little streams that have turned into creeks, and they're really small because there's a lot of heat. You got some natural springs that might be feeding into its water system here, but yeah, it's all coming together one little bit at a time. But like I said, I don't have names, so I don't have a name for this yard. I don't have a name for the city. I don't have a name for that power plant back in the foreground, or in the background rather. But I was sitting here going through the settings, making sure that I had rotate objects randomly on. For some reason, it felt like I wasn't, but it turns out it was. But either way, I have a few things for the highways and stuff already named. Of course, I'm doing that whole same bit in this route that I've done with the Riverton. Every highway is named and numbered, whatever. It kind of brings another level of realism to it for me, and so that's what I'm doing here. So the Utah Belt on this trackage. Of course, it shares trackage with Southern Pacific, but Southern Pacific doesn't share this yard. This is just a Utah Belt specific yard. So anything Southern Pacific will actually go around the yard, which you'll see a little bit in the cinematics. But another thing is this route is going to be intermodal, manifests, tanks, you know, the whole shebang. But your biggest thing is going to be coal, and kind of like it with a little bit of a Powder River Basin touch and feel to it. But that's to come on down the line. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, on the day of recording of this, again, it is the 16th of June. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be gone to Folkestone. So it probably won't be until probably won't be until either the first weekend of July before the next video of this comes out. I'm trying to push myself to maybe doing a video of this twice a month, maybe more, maybe less, all depending on my inspiration of the day, so on and so forth. Either way, I've been having lots and lots and lots of fun with this route. I said lots and lots, and then, you know what's stuck in my head? Lots and lots of trains, here they come down the track, whatever. But, that's something to take you back in time. We're actually getting a little close to cinematics. We took about 3 minutes left until everything starts getting wild. But, either way, you guys, like, care that videos are, like, 20 minutes long, roughly. I know people, when we done that only speed build of the Riverton, it was 40 minutes long, and people was like, long videos are good, long videos are awesome, let's keep long videos. Well, but like, some people were like, let's do short videos. I'm like, I'm kind of going to meet you in the middle. So here's a 20-minute video. You guys tell me if you like this medium or not. Like, what will really tell me that you like it is if you made sure that you hit that like button. And, like, I have a challenge to all of our people out there. Can you get this video up to 50 likes in 2 days? I'll be monitoring. We'll be seeing. And don't use your alts. You know, tell your friends. Tell your friends about us. Let's keep pushing forward. We just hit 2,000 subscribers. We're moving forward in that aspect. And honestly, I thank each and every one of you for all the love and support and just being there whenever we're doing stuff and just having fun with it. You know, there's not going to be many streams on the Provo River until we get somewhere on down the line to where we could actually do some driving on it. Because I don't want to do any spoilers to this. I like, other than some slight pictures and stuff in my Discord, also linked down in the description below, that, I don't know, we'll just be doing a lot of stuff with it. I don't want to spoil too much of it. I want you guys to see it here and now in these videos, because you guys asked for speed builds, and now here you go, and now I'm gonna be a snotty brat and not let you see anything until these videos come out. But now what I'm doing here, this little set of covered hoppers that you see, that's pretty much my measuring tape. They are exactly 1 mile long, and I was trying to see if I'm wanting to do 2 miles in the for the signals, but as you can see, almost the yard itself is almost 2 miles long. So I give you plenty of room to do stuff in. But it turns out I had to go 3 miles in between. And right here we're trying to make the yard lead, and I wanted the yard lead to be at least 1 mile long, because that way you could have at least get your train off the main. And yes, all those signals back beforehand were safe trans. There were Vaders. I'm going to go searchlights on the rest of the route, because it's going to single out. We're singling out right here, and it's about to get fun. Singles with some sightings and stuff. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. I have some notes and stuff, of what I want this to look like and where I want this to go, but I don't. I don't have names. So if you guys want to help get names, you know, put them down in the comments. Whatever gets the most likes, you know, those would be the ones that get the names. But, guys, we got to get out of here. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Check out all the links down in the description below. And until we see each other next time, my friends, I will see you on down the line. Bye-bye!